Hello, 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 and welcome back to Morgan's for the month of November, not so lazy afternoon live stream. I have Jayce with me today. Hello, did you want to introduce yourself?
I am Jayce Maxwell. I'm an author of urban fantasy. I'm an editor for Rose City Editing, and I am a simmer.
Which means you live stream Sims games?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm
More than I
Morgan.
do writing these days.
Well, people like to watch games.
Yes.
So, and I am an unpublished fantasy writer, and I blog writing tips and writerly musings weekly over on morganhazelwood.com. You can find me everywhere as Morgan Hazelwood, except Twitter, where I'm Morgan Hazelwood. It's one day.
One day you will reclaim your name.
Right? But this is NaNoWriMo has 2 days left, and I am sitting pretty at 49,000. Let me bring it up. 600 and I went to bed at like 2. I'm very sleepy, but I have yet to not get 667 words in before midnight, no matter what day of the, no matter if I started writing at 4 p.m. or 11:59 p.m. I've managed to get my words in before bedtime, which is all that counts for me. So yeah. I see we have Sarah here. Hello. Yes, I added my stream 5 minutes before I started broadcasting. So, but yes, luckily I-95 let me get home in only 3 hours. So
Oof.
it's a little touch and go. I left at noon and crossed my fingers and hope for the best. If I leave in the middle of the night, it's usually 2 hours, maybe 2:15. It was 3.5 hours getting down, so I didn't know what was going to happen today. So, and I see we have Kat, Leo, and Andy. Hello and welcome. Always great to have y'all. Wait, I don't know if Kat Leo's been to this live stream before, but you're welcome. I love meeting new people.
On the Sims that I do on Wednesdays,
okay,
it's a three author tubers doing the Sims, and Kat Leo is one of the 3.
Oh, nice.
So she's on my crew.
It's always good to have a great crew. So, well, I'm happy that you've joined me, even if Jayce is, clearly the main event. Look at that lovely face with those ears. I mean, it's hard to top. I forgot your cat's name again.
The tan one is Cricket, and the gray one behind her is Willow.
Oh, okay. Cricket and Willow. I'm going to forget again, but I'm going to try.
And there's also a Charlie, but he's not in that picture.
Yeah. So if people in the audience are doing NaNoWriMo or working on some other project, let me know in the comments so I can give y'all a shout out. Jayce, what are you working on today?
I was reading, and then I looked and I saw that Francine Simone posted a new video. So I'm actually watching her video. I'm about 10 minutes into it.
Right. Are you a NaNoWriMo person or?
I cannot NaNoWriMo anymore. I cannot do anything that involves speed with my fingers because they are, I would classify them as borderline arthritic.
Have you tried the crafter's gloves? Do they help any?
It's the last joints in the fingers.
Oh, yeah, no.
So it's actually hitting the keys that hurts.
Oh, that's rough. And voice to text is better than it was, but
it's better than it was, but it still needs a lot of typing to fix.
Yeah, that's rough. So, well, did you have a good Thanksgiving? Did you do anything for Thanksgiving? Did you stay home and stay healthy?
I had like a mini Thanksgiving lunch with my mother.
Oh, nice.
And got gorged, and then I did a Sims stream, and then with Kat on it, and then Kat did a sim stream with me on it.
Nice. Nice.
So we were Thanksgiving buddies.
Right, right. Well, I had spent from not last Sunday, but the Sunday before at home seeing no one, doing nothing, having topped up my groceries and even my gas in my car that Sunday 2 weeks ago. So I drove down on Wednesday to my mother's house, 3.5 hours. And so I was there from Wednesday until about 3 o'clock today. And so I got to meet my new puppy brother, Charlie, who is the cutest thing ever. And I'm going to like show you camera phone photos because I hate you. Oh my goodness.
It's a woof.
He's a 9-month-old French bulldog.
Bulldog.
Yeah. And his brother is a very smiley 11-year-old Papillon with arthritis and the meds to prove it, you know? But not my best photo. But yeah. And he had some Buttons had a medical thing, and now one of his ears stays flopped, and it's the cutest thing you've ever seen. So I was very excited to meet my new puppy brother, Charlie, and to see Buttons again and to see my mom. And she sent me home with 2 grocery bags full of books and a few more. And I just got them to almost fit on that to read case over there. So close.
TBR so forever.
Right. And I had a convention that was needing Zoom hosts. So in the evenings, I did 2 or 3 of those. But my mom was fine with it. She wanted me in the house, and her WoW guild was pressuring her because the new release came out on Monday and they wanted to raid today. And so she had to level 10 levels this week. And so she needed to get her leveling in. So priorities. She's been part of the guild for 11 years now.
It's hilarious in the I love it sort of way.
Yeah. They're so supportive of, each other. And so, they've been through a lot. She's in a guild with like some other retirees and some disabled people and their families and stuff like that. So it really is a family. So, and she has one guy from El Salvador calling her daily to check in and see how she's doing. And to be like, are you playing? Are you on yet? So yeah, it was a really good trip, and I'm glad I got down because I'm not going down for Christmas. I'm visiting my sister instead. She's 20 minutes away. And my niece is 9 and my sister is pregnant. So this is my niece's last solo Christmas, and she's had it's a lot for a kid. It's a lot for a kid. So something normal is Aunt Liz is going to visit for Christmas. So
excellent.
Yeah. So we are here to get some words in now. Let's see. Jenny is here. Hello.
Hello.
Andy, sorry you didn't get the word that Jesse Con was hurting, but or running online. Yes, they ran 3 rooms, and they ended up having enough coverage. So it was very sweet and mellow and a low-key kind of convention. So they had Tom Smith as the guest of musical guest, and they had Charlie Jane Anders as the author guest. So both excellent people. So yeah. Anyway, let me figure out where my timer is and let's get some words in. I have this piece of dark chocolate truffle waiting for that like 50,000 word mark for me, but I've got some supplemental chocolate until then.
Gotta have the fuel.
Not always, but when the words aren't coming, the chocolate just fixes it somehow. I don't know how it works, but when you find something that works, you stick with it, right?
Exactly.
Oh goodness. Okay. So let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. And I'm going to remember to share audio. So there we go. Okay, let's get some words in. In 3, 2, 1, go. Boom.
would have been so much. It would have been so funny if that played "Kiss from a Rose."
Right. No, I just like listening to it all the way through when it goes. And we have a Cass Voigt. Hello and welcome.
Howdy.
Did you want to do your intro?
I certainly can. Howdy Howlers, I'm Sako Toomey, also known as Cass Voigt. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. So if you are looking to market yourself as an author, or you're looking to be a witchy or witch, please drop by my channel. I would love to see you.
Yay! So, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was divine.
Restful? Did you rest, or did you write?
I did neither of those things.
I saw you like live streaming twice a day.
Then maybe
not.
Maybe I was writing.
I saw several, Cass has, a live stream.
Oh, sure. Like premieres and stuff like that.
All the video notifications. Yeah. So. Oh, hey. So lots of things happened while I was writing. I am not 50K yet, but I went from 49,600 and change to 49,872. If I don't get it next sprint, I'm not trying, which has happened before, but I mean, 50K. And this piece of chocolate sitting here taunting me. It's my 50K chocolate.
Taunting.
So let's see. Sarah is already exporting her video for the week and is on her shit. Is impressed with herself, but is worried her expectations are getting higher, and she doesn't like that.
Yeah, I know those feels.
You know what I came up with when I was stuck on 95 driving north for 3 hours? I decided I'm probably going to start adding another blog post a week. A roundup, and that can be where like all of my, hey, these people I have featured before have something new coming out can go there, and I can link my podcast. So it's just a link dump on Friday, maybe.
Sure.
So not a lot of work, but more than I do now.
Yeah.
I'll probably just email people who I have given author spotlights to in the past and be like, if you have anything coming out, let me know, and I'll add it to this week's, thing.
Cool.
So yeah. Andy is editing his blog and finished his short story. Nice. And is redlining it. I like redlining in purple or green. That's more friendly. It depends how much I hate myself that week. And we have a Spence. Yay. Awesome.
Hi, Spence.
And I complained about seal being a homophone. Because I was like, wait, is it still spelled the same way? I'm not talking about like ocean seals. And yes, it is.
It is spelled the same way. Yeah.
So
what was
Ward, go ahead.
What was saying that it was a homophone?
It is. It's
but what was saying that?
Me? When I looked up how to spell seal is in a doorway. Homonym has, no, well, I mean, they're homonyms because they have the same name.
Okay.
But they also sound the same.
True.
Because they are the same. Yeah, no, they have the same name and they're pronounced the same and 3 very different meanings. So, yeah. And also, you put your seal on a piece of paper. That's also, and they're all spelled the same. Just to.
Yeah, I was trying to find another spelling for it, and I'm just like, right? I can't think of any.
Yeah, no. I was like, maybe it's a 2E. No, that looks wrong. So.
I mean, aside from the Pokemon, which is SEEL, but.
Right. Oh, and we have Kelly. Hello, Kelly, and welcome. Oh, Emma Ward says you're hanging out with your sister this morning. Awesome. I hope she's doing well and the kiddo. Didn't your sister have a kid?
You are muted.
Questionable.
Oh dear, that's not awesome. But
it's
2020. So
Yeah, she's got like fibro, like upper butt, and among other things. But she's going to be going to Florida for her birthday.
Nice.
To hang out with my dad, with her
Okay.
dad, with her dad, yeah. And because my dad and my sister share their birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, which is December 11th. So they're going to hang out.
So many December birthdays in your family.
Yes. So my dad is December 11th. My sister is December 11th. Greg is December 20th. My friend Molly is December 25th. My mom is March 11th, and their anniversary is March 21st.
Oh, wow.
So my winter is like
booked, right?
Super booked. And that doesn't even include my niece, who's in November. But
so do you start like screening friends? Hey, when's your birthday? I'm sorry, we can't be friends. My December's booked already.
I try not to say that, but
but you think it.
They understand that I'm strapped for cash, and
right
with
time.
And I try and give like handmade gifts as often as possible, but like Greg is impossible to please. He's not in the house right now. Do you want to know what I got him?
Yes.
I got him the Ewok Village Lego set.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Where'd I put it?
And some custom minifigs, which I think he'll like.
Okay. So my mom sent me back from visiting her with like 2 bags full of books and wanted to send me with another 3. And I saw this and I was like, it's a gift. I don't know who it's for, but it's a gift.
Oh my gosh.
Does Greg need this?
Yes.
Okay, I will get it to you.
Okay, great.
Because it looks ridiculous. Enter Han Solo.
Oh, it is so Shakespearean.
It's written like a play, and it's Verily a New Hope. So I knew somebody needed this, and I was like, oh, it's not quite right for Jeff. I'm not sure who, but I know someone needs this. So I took it from my mom's giveaway pile, and I told her I was going to be regifting it. I didn't know to who. So, yay, you're on mute again.
Give it to Greg.
Awesome. So I will send that your way or bring it down with some fudge. Maybe I'll bring it down with some fudge.
He will probably eat the fudge too.
Excellent. So, when I was down visiting my mom, we did some baking. I mean, I also ate bacon, but we made rosemary shortbread cookies.
Oh, look at these suckers. Super jelly.
Right? And we tried macarons again.
Oh, nice.
So, take it out of the thing. They turned out okay, I think.
They look
so pretty.
Green.
Yeah. Are they pistachio or what flavor?
I think we just added vanilla. We just wanted them green because it's festive.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I gotcha.
Yeah. And some of those are for my sister's family. They're not all for me. All of these are for me. We split the rosemary shortbread cookies into 3, and my mom has a third, I have a third, and I have a third to give to my sister. And mom lives alone, and I live alone, and my sister lives with 5 people.
Yeah.
And we're all getting the same number of cookies.
Yes.
Right. So yeah. We're the ones who made it. She can deal.
Mm-hmm.
And she can decide that she's not sharing her rosemary shortbread cookies. Because I don't know if anybody else in her house is huge onto, herbal sort of cookies. But
I don't think I've ever tasted that.
Because it's shortbread, so it's nice and buttery, but so much of the holiday stuff is very, very sweet. And so having, the rosemary gives it a little bit of a kind of savory taste while still being a sweet treat thing. So I really like it. I have some lavender I've thought about making it with, but the rosemary is so good. And sometimes lavender can be a bit much.
Lavender, lavender in shortbread is like super great.
Yeah. So it's a plan. Let's see. CB joined us. Hello and welcome. CB had to Hulk smash the pantry yesterday to find Christmas decorations. Jenny made panache this week. It's a Norwegian caramel fudge. Ooh. And we have Laura Dreams Big. Hello and welcome.
Hi.
Now, my cousin's wife has a fudge recipe, and the secret ingredient is Velveeta. And it actually turns out amazing. Apparently, it just gives it a super creamy texture.
Oh, okay.
I'm
It
gonna
doesn't
stick
change
to
the
my
flavor.
recipe that is like
Tried and true.
tried and true. Hey, I experimented with different flavored chips last year, but yeah. I give it as gifts and nobody complains.
No, I'm not really much of a fudge person myself, but Greg effing loves it.
Right. So
and he's not normally a sweets kind of guy.
Oh, good.
So he, yeah. I'm just like all the fudge for the Greg.
So typically I make it with the semi-sweet, but last year I tried with the Reese's peanut butter chips, and I did some with the mint chocolate chips, and I did some with like 3 different types, but I think those were the top 2. Which do you think you prefer the best?
The peanut butter.
Okay. The peanut butter chips tasted kind of chemically and coffee-like. The Reese's peanut butter chips were perfect.
Perfect. Reese's Pieces, because I know he can eat Reese's Pieces like basically a whole bag in one sitting. So
yeah. Awesome.
Yes, I think combining the two would make like a master race of snack.
Awesome. Okay, good. I'd like to help spoil him.
Yeah.
So popping into the comments, CB is suffering from a broken laptop. Oh my goodness. The week is fired. I'm sorry. That's rough.
I know you were having laptop problems recently. Oh. Is that like officially dead? That really sucks.
Yeah.
Also, Velveeta is like a kind of cheese.
It's cheese product.
Yeah, it's overly processed.
Cheese, but it once knew what cheese was. It's typically heated up and melted and stuff, or used as a dip. I don't think people usually eat it like an actual piece of cheese. Oh. Do they?
Sorry, just thinking about that.
Some people do.
I mean, some people do anything, but are they right people or wrong people?
Wrong.
I don't actually like it, but apparently as an ingredient in that fudge, it's amazing.
I can tell you my recipe and you can have real fudge, although it does make 3 pounds per batch. You take 4.5 cups of sugar, a can of condensed milk, stir it until it looks like applesauce and turn on the heat. Once it comes to a boil, 9 minutes. Then you pour it in with 2 sticks of butter, 3 tablespoons of vanilla, and 18 ounces of semi-sweet morsels. Stir until smooth. Try not to use a glass bowl because it cools it a little too quickly. And it fills halfway about 3 of the loaf-sized pans or about 5 to 6 of the mini loaves. And that's my recipe, and it's amazing, and it's a bit on the softer side. It's not one of those hard chop up fudges,
right?
But
yeah,
people grab it with a spoon and go at it.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Laura Dreams Big is happy the stream is happening because they need all the words. We'll get to a sprint in just a minute, I promise. Has 10K left. You can do it. I couldn't, but I'm sure you can. I've never broken 5K in a day. So, and we have the Dawdling Writer. Yay! Oh, Optimus is officially dead on Thursday. And is naming the new one Friday.
Yay.
Oh,
Yay.
so. Well, speaking of, let's get to it.
Okay.
What are you working on today, Sako? Or Cass? I guess you're Cass right now.
Oh, whatever. I'm working on. There's this thing called the 5-hour rule that I'm experimenting with, and the rule is basically that you spend an hour learning every day for 5 days, and I'm on Skillshare, like learning about portraiture.
Learning about which?
Portraiture.
Okay.
Drawing people's faces and how to
Gotcha.
level up.
Wow. In the comments, Kelly says as a kid, he couldn't wait for the candy to cool and got a 3rd-degree burn. Oh my God, sugar gets really hot. You don't wanna mess with it. And Laura managed to get 9.3K for today. So yeah, 10K is definitely doable for you. Definitely. And Kelly learned a lesson about greed. Like an after-school special.
Like an after-school special.
Hopefully it healed without any scars or anything. Oh my goodness. That's rough. So, okay, let's figure out how this whole sprint thing works and see if I can get that 50K. I have 120 words. If I can't, I'm not even trying. It wants me.
Yes, it does.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1, go. And we're back. I hit 50K and then proceeded to brag all over social media and stop writing. I mean, I've hit 1667 words every day this month, and I'm still going to do it for the last 2 days because the story is nowhere near done. It's a total hot mess, but I'm going to get
50K.
I want my chart to look like boop, 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 rather than boop, 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 boop.
Well, I did something unexpected. I got 184 words, and I haven't been writing. I haven't been writing at all, and I just wrote.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I was dictating, and I got sick of the voice to text, and so I broke out my fingers, and I'm in pain, but I have written.
You need to find a person to dictate to.
Don't break your fingers.
Yeah. How was your sprint, Cass?
Good. I'm learning.
Nice. That's always good when it's learning rather than this is boring or I totally am not getting this or this is complete BS, which sometimes happens.
And so I posted a screen cap of my client being super, super happy today. And doing that, I immediately got like people who wanted me to do commission work for them, which is hilarious. One of which I started, but I haven't finished because there are Nerf guns involved and drawing those things really sucks. But I will be doing that tomorrow, I think. So I kind of want to do this portraiture stuff in a sense that I can maybe upgrade her portrait a little bit. It's supposed to be anime style, but I might complexify it a little bit.
Okay, cool. So Cassie Beebe joined us. So
Hi,
hello, Cassie.
Glad you found your way here.
Laura got, yeah, more the merrier. Kelly finished telling us about his poor hand. Luckily, it was not his dominant hand, but mayo is not the answer.
Mayo is not
to candy burns. Laura Dreams Big got 435, well on her way to that 10K. CV got a respectable 193. Cassie joined right at the end, so no words yet, but they're coming. CV shared a quote, "She's your daughter, which is why she looks so much like you." Pepper fainted, hitting the floor with an almighty thud. Boonk. And is experimenting with a new way of writing the watching the movies story. Cool. Lots of fun. So
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Orla Hart. She's one of our fellow author tubers.
okay, I thought the name sounded familiar.
She posted the intro and call to action for the next AuthorTube audio anthology.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
We just had one in September, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then this one's going to be January. So the idea that I wanted to write, it's like I really need to get that out of my head and onto paper. I've been kicking it around too long. So it bubbled over during that sprint.
Gotcha. I allow myself to take as much of December off as I want. If things happen, they happen. I mean, besides keeping up with the blog and the vlog and the everything else.
Sure.
But I'm mostly because 50,000 is not my natural pace. It's a bit rough. So
yeah.
30,000 is doable because you can work around life rather than making life work around it for me.
Mhm.
So I'm just not one of those 10K in a day sort of people.
I topped out at 7K in a day. So on one hand, I didn't make 10K, but on the other hand, 7K was easily like 3 times as much as I'd ever gotten before. So
yeah,
I was really happy with 7K, but
nice.
I was much more prolific with the other 3,000 the next day.
I topped a 10K once during one of Caro and them's 10K days.
Okay.
And on the one hand, I topped 10K. On the other hand, I didn't have any left after that.
I was going to ask if it gets it flowing or uses everything you had prepped and thought about and planned out, you know?
It was I think I was working during that time on a transcription.
Okay.
So it was a little bit of editing and a lot of just copying over from handwritten. Because that
Right.
one my hands can do, but unfortunately,
Yeah.
it has to get on the computer somehow.
Right. Yeah. That's, you know, how it goes for stupid hands. You think they could have come up with a better design, you know?
I just need bionics.
So, did we want to sprint again?
That sounds good to me.
Wee.
Okay, let's do this. I mean, people have words to do. I mean, not me, but I do. I definitely want to get, you know, to 1667, and I'm only at like 350 or 400 for the day. So, okay. Let's do this in 3, 2, 1, right. Boom. And we're back. So I spent that sprint writing 0 words and instead preparing for my week 4 check-in by going to Canva and making it obnoxiously hilarious. Lots of pink and yellow arrows pointing at my face for tomorrow when I check in and tell people how my Nano went, which word-wise is great. Story-wise, So, and I mentioned earlier in the stream that I was going to be on Maya's, I may have mentioned, I was going to be on Maya's part of the last day AuthorTube handoff.
Oh, yeah. But
she reached out to me while we were in this and said she might not be able to host, so it might be on my channel. I'll let y'all know, and I will put up the scheduled time more than 5 minutes before. So if it's happening, you should get a notification sooner. So, but yeah, I've been doing the Sunday night check-ins, but I figured I should wrap up NaNoWriMo when I wrap up NaNoWriMo rather than a day early. So. How was your sprint? Learning. Ah, yeah. Oh, nice.
Learning.
That's
mapping my shadows.
Pretty nifty. Jayce?
I got a few more words in. I had to do some fact checking on stuff, so that took up more time.
Yup. I hear that. Popping over to the comments, CV is talking about dealing with Tony and Pepper and their tragic love romance. CB says that December is Plan-ember for them. In CB's story, Tony has a half-brother and sister who are twins, and his sister finds a way to go back to 2012. I don't want to go back to 2012, but my life is different.
Yeah.
Jenny suggested dragon speaking naturally, and Jayce is like, it works, it pricey.
Yes.
So let's see. Cassie got 276, respectable. Andy is posting his video at 6 p.m. In the meantime, taking that red pen. Laura got 380, nicely done. And CB shared a quote, because we met our 12-year-old daughter from the future. Actually, Dad, I'm 11 and a half. I'll be 12 on December 16th. So, nice. Yeah, that sounds like an 11-year-old or almost 12-year-old.
Yeah, I had to look up Japanese businesses in the 1970s.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
And just how they would be ranked worldwide.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. At least that's something that can be researched. So that's helpful. I'm trying to figure out how taking 100 sentient octopus younglings on a field trip to the human space station at the outer reach of their solar system will go.
Ooh.
They're going to explore this space station, and then they're going to take a little pod and explore all the moons and the rings around the planet as part of, their outing.
Although a very interesting thing came up during Amber's stream. It was sort of a scenario that, Penumbra, it was based on Penumbra's story. But
okay.
She was talking about how, sorry, I'm trying to focus. It's like world-ending events or population-ending events,
right?
Based on the thing where you, words. Okay, forget it.
There's a game called DEF CON that basically, like, you are supposed to detach yourself from the idea that millions and millions of people are dying. And you basically see how many people you can kill via nuclear war.
This scenario came up. It was more about reducing the population being reduced due to some catastrophic event and having to repopulate, and having, in this case, not a lot of males, but not a lot of females, but a lot of males, which would be difficult to repopulate with.
Yeah,
that's how you end up with a lot of reverse harem romances.
In this case, what came to my mind was a storyline based on a group of trans men.
Okay.
And how they would deal with like this type of situation, because it's part of them that they don't want to acknowledge, but it's the human race is dependent on it. And it's just like how the different ways they would personally interact with the situation.
Right. Oh, wow.
It would be like tough.
Yeah, that's a viewpoint I don't think I've seen in, that post-apocalyptic sort of situation.
Like there would be some that would be like, I can take one for the team, but there will also be some that would be like, no, this is who I am.
Right.
And just like everything in between.
Yeah, yeah. And there are some who are, yes, I'm a trans man. Yes, I can get pregnant. Let's roll.
Yep, exactly.
So, yeah. And it's a lot of, their own comfort level with their own bodies and its capabilities.
It was just a very fascinating thing that popped into my head.
Yeah, yeah. So, CB is letting us know that having the daughter from the future was born on the day that Tony's parents died, according to canon. So picked a date for that. So Jenny is working on detailed goals for the coming year.
Cool.
You are ahead of me. I usually do that after Christmas because
I don't give myself that much time. Or rather, I don't give myself that little amount of time. Like I'm planning my 2021 goals like now-ish.
I mean, I have my next projects. I have the list of projects I haven't gotten done this year. So I usually take, at the end of December, beginning of January, I take a week or two and I look at what I've gotten done, what I haven't gotten done, what I want to get done, and try to prioritize what I'm going to be doing in the next year. And sometimes I hit my goals and sometimes it don't go so good.
Oh.
So it's a mix. Let's see. Cat Leo recorded a video in 15 minutes. Wow, you were cranking that out. Cassie got it right and almost kiss, which I'm fan of almost kiss scenes. So
especially when there's a lot of heat.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like when you're writing those, you start breathing heavy because you kind of get in their heads and you're just like that anticipation.
Right. And then there's always, but there was only one bed. Okay, well, I guess we should get some writing done because just because I'm done doesn't mean everybody is. And I actually do want to get some words in. So let's see how to restart this timer and share it with people. Okay, let's get some words in 3, 2, 1, right.
I know a lot less about 1973 than I ever thought. This is a lot of work for a short story.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was finishing my sentence. You know?
Yep.
Otherwise, I might not know where I was going with that when I get back to it. So, I got about 400 words. I'm pretty pleased. So, forward progress. Halfway through my words for today. Andy had to duck out because the cat had needs.
The cat had needs.
So, if you saw me duck out, I needed a roll. Herbivore.
Herbivore.
So, how was y'all's sprint? Do you feel more educated?
I'm trying. I'm definitely trying.
Yeah, I'm trying to work inside information that's necessary for the story without being obvious.
Right.
But
make it obvious and then fix it in edits. Trim back to that's what I usually do. I put in all the information I need to know so I can write the story, and then I trim it back to only what they need. Because sometimes, you think you need this tidbit, but you need the other half of it. And it just, if you have it all there in one draft, you can, at least find that information when you realize, I need this and not that. And that sort of
I'm
thing.
at a point where I have to hint that he's a vampire, and I also have to hint that it's 1973.
Right. It's really hard to establish time period and everything else. Without info dumping at the beginning. It's rough. It's super rough. CB sympathizes. They once tried to find out about life in 65 in London, went to 4 libraries and got nothing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Google wants to give you big time events. And it's like, no, I want to know what life is like. Not what happened in the news.
I just realized I'm drawing on the wrong layer.
But I've heard a challenge. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it isn't great.
My water cup is empty.
So is mine.
How did that happen?
Which is super sad, right?
Yeah. I'm still adjusting to using heat. So drinking more water, and my skin is not thrilled with the differential in humidity in my house. And
I see.
So I'm sure I'll adjust in a week or two. Assuming Virginia stays cold enough, long enough that I can adjust.
That or it gets colder.
Yeah.
It either needs to get warmer or colder. This in-between stuff is kind of weird.
I mean, as long as it's not raining. I hate the cold rain that's not snow.
Yeah.
Like 40s and 50s rain is not my favorite.
He looks like the Vision.
Which is like 5 to, I guess, 15 degrees in Celsius.
Something like that.
So trying to help out there for our Canucks and everybody. So CV said the 65 London was for Nano 2016. Kelly wants to know if Jayce was referencing suggested reference an icon or consumer item from the time period as new or something. And, autocomplete
pictures from, because he's in an airport terminal.
Oh, yeah. You could talk, wait, did they have like the super fast jets then? When were those?
I'm not sure. Although I see lots of red, gold, and orange hexagons, which is very 70s.
Right. Okay, so let's see. It was the Concorde. When did it fly? When did it start? From 69. So that might, you're a little earlier than that, aren't you? Yeah. Wait, when are you?
I'm thinking 73.
Okay, so the Concorde would have been, first flown in 69, but entered service in 76. So you can talk about how it's coming soon and you wish they'd stop with the testing. So.
I don't think my jaw is strong enough.
I mean, assuming anybody else knows anything about the Concorde. I just remember it was a thing they had from about then and it stopped because it's more money than it was worth, unfortunately, for the operators. The dawdling writer is attempting to drink all the water today because they made Chex Mix yesterday. Yes, my aunt always makes me some Chex Mix. So if her daughter goes home for Christmas, I'm hoping to get some when she comes back. So my cousin lives 10 minutes from me and her mom lives 20 minutes from my mom. So yeah, all the kids moved to Northern Virginia because that's where the jobs are.
Because that's where the motherfucking jobs are.
Yeah. You mean they're not in my hometown of less than 3,000? So, CV said, when I went to the library in the city center, the librarian tried to help but kept getting interrupted. Oh, yeah. Librarians are great. My mom's a retired one. My sister's, in her second semester of getting her master's in library science.
Well done.
So I have to give shout out to librarians because otherwise I might not be invited back for meals. I might get disowned. Hello and welcome, Aaron. Aaron suggested, is that spam?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, we're gonna ignore that one. So CV said they started construction on the World Trade Center in 73.
Oh.
In April. So yeah, there's some fun references, but I think, isn't there an experimental plane that can get me there so much faster? And then I don't have to worry about exposure during the daytime. So I don't know. It's your story. I'm sure you'll come up with something that's fitting.
Yeah.
So, well, we are at 6:30. I'm going to keep writing till about 7, but I think I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go and do it offline. So if people want to give their outros, Jayce?
All right. I am Jayce Maxwell. I'm an author of urban fantasy. I am an editor for Rose City Editing at rosecityediting.com. I am a simmer. I play The Sims on my channel 4 days a week.
Oh, wow.
I have a Twitch channel, Twitch TV/Jayce Maxwell, and Instagram, author Jayce Maxwell.
Awesome. And I'll be putting that below. It's not there yet, but it'll be there if you check back in like 5 minutes. Go ahead, Cass.
Howdy, howlers. It's Sako Toomey, also known as Cass Voight. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer doing the graphic designing thing now. And sometimes I combine those three things. So if you are looking to market yourself as an author, or you are looking to be a witchier witch, please drop by my channel. I would love to see you.
And I'm your host, Morgan Hazelwood. I am an unpublished fantasy author. And I think that was my 6th Nano win. since 2013.
That's awesome.
So I am a slow and steady slogger, but I get there. And you can find me blogging writing tips and writerly musings at morganhazelwood.com or in vlog form at youtube.com/morganhazelwood. And I also have a podcast at morganhazelwood.fireside.fm and all the social medias because I have an addiction. Seriously, somebody should stop me. But thanks for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow. I was going to be joining Maya's live stream at 5 or 5:30 tomorrow. She might have to drop out, in which case it'll be on my channel. Stay tuned for notifications. Once I get a confirmation, you'll see if that goes up. And at 8 p.m. tomorrow, I'm going to talk about how my NaNoWriMo wins and how my story is a hot mess. So if you want to tune in then. If not, I will be back next Sunday with my more true to form, lazy Sunday afternoon live stream. So thank you all for coming and have a great week. Bye-bye.